Hey everybody, so the lock I have this time is a U-change, that Oklahoma City, but there's the keyway on it. It's a this is a pretty unique lock. When I first got it, I picked it, threw it in there with some of the others, and didn't really think too much about it. Then I seen a video from another picker who actually did a video on this and gutted the lock, and that's when I realized it was pretty unique. I should have known by this little cutout right here, and I thought about it, I'm not gonna lie. I did think something about it, but not enough to take it apart. So let's get it opened and I'll show you some of the stuff inside of here, just using the 1.2 top of the keyway and then Peterson Gym. Feels like pin 4's binding. Excuse me. Now click out of 4. Click out of 3. Click out of 2. And then touched 1. She's open. Okay, so now you can see why I didn't really think too much about it. But here's the key. I didn't get that extreme of a bitting on there, so that I'm sure results do vary as far as picking goes. Okay, so number 1 Phillips. Came off, and you can see that's a huge follower, or I would need a huge follower. This is the biggest one that I have. It's the 0.555. I think that's what this is, but yeah, it doesn't quite cut it. So we're gonna have to disassemble this lock backwards, which isn't too bad, since all the pieces are really big. Alright, so go ahead and show you guys this. It has a hollow pin, and that's a pretty stout pin, but it's hollow so that this spring can fit down inside of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So we got it in the right spot. Try not to drop anything in the plug. So, same there. And that's the same. Got the spring out with it. That one. We're getting pretty close down here at the end, so I'm trying to be really careful. Alright, so all of those are the same, which no surprise how easy it opened. All standard. They're just really big pins. I'll show you that there's nothing. Maybe I can try this light again. There's nothing inside of there, just standard, exactly what you'd expect. But over here, you can see it has these little, I'm not sure what you'd call them, but it's just little wings. They push out on the, whenever you rotate this, you're supposed to turn it 90 degrees to rekey it. So what would happen is the lock would be like that, the plug would be in there like so. you'd insert a rekeying tool in there, and it would raise these up, and that would allow them to push into the Bible. So that's really, I think that's all that those are for, is to keep spring pressure on the next thing I'm about to show you. So let's get these pins out. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, whoa. So there, we dropped one of those. It's no big deal, really. This thing isn't nearly as hard to put back together as some other locks that I've ran into. So all that does is keep spring pressure on this. So what would happen is you would insert that tool, and when you did, it would pull and it would push this out. So whenever you push this little piece, it would push this out and away, which would retract a little pin. That little pin actually fits into those serrations cut into the pin, which allows you to change the height of this very unique key pin. Come on. Alright, so got it back in that little tiny little hole. But, or maybe I didn't. But, so that's all those little wings are for, is to keep pressure on this so that what's happening right now doesn't happen again or happen inside the lock. But you can see that you can change the height of this pin simply by pulling out on this and locking it back into place. So by the looks of it, they have, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So possibly, I would say 5 at the most heights you could have on these pins. And I'll just leave that one like that for the sake of getting through this. Try to orient these so you guys get a good look at them. And I'll try to insert some pictures at the end of the video of these pins and close-ups, just in case I didn't get a very good shot. Excuse me, haven't been feeling well. But that is all that's all there is to it. It's a super simple design, and yeah, there's really not much else I know to say about it. It's I think a very well executed version of a user rekey lock, such as the Quickset Smart Key. And just give you guys a shot of these. So again, really cool looking pins. It's pretty amazing what they can machine in such a small little package, but it does its job perfectly. This lock looks like it's pretty old by the looks of this lock. It's pretty old, and for it to still function the way that it does, even with the wear that is on them, there's nothing wrong with this design. I like it, and whoever come up with this really was thinking outside the box, and whoever did it did a really good job in my opinion. But that was the U-Change Oklahoma City Mortise cylinder, and that's really all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys, you know, anything more that I didn't mention here, just put it down below. I'd love to hear it. And as always, don't do anything I wouldn't do.